welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today's video is going to go over some of the advantages and disadvantages of having customers DM you for pricing versus going to your website or versus going to a different outlet that you have available to sell your products, such as maybe Amazon or Facebook Marketplace, or even Facebook for your business. There's just so many other avenues that you can go through or go towards or lean towards for your business besides selling just on a website. And so although I do recommend obtaining a website for various reasons, not everyone has the same business goal, same business structure, or the same business views as I do. So there are certain people that are like, I'm not going to start a website at this point. I'm going to, sell on this or this platform, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, there's just different outlets available. And so I just thought it would be appropriate to make a video to kind of highlight some of the advantages and disadvantages of having customers DM you versus going to like your website. So if you are interested in this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. I do want to say that a lot of people are eager to get started with their business, and I do recommend getting started with what you have. Okay, so if you don't have the funds at this time to invest in a website, it doesn't mean that you can't start your business. It doesn't mean that you can't start selling. It just means that you may need to be a little bit more creative in the way that you are selling your products. And so if you are selling on Instagram or Facebook, then this would be a great video for you. I'm going to start off with the advantages of having customers DM you for pricing. The first advantage that I'd like to touch on is building rapport. So building a relationship with your customers, with your clients is really, really essential. So many people start online businesses with the assumption of, I'm just going to get a product, post it, and get money, and it's not that simple. Sometimes, yes, I don't want to say you get lucky, but sometimes, some sales are easier than others. So you may have a sale where you post the product and you get multiple inquiries off of that one post and you get sales, and that's that. But to assume that that's going to be the same pattern for your business, just, until your business decides that it's no more, or just for the life of your business, is really, it may not be true. You know what I mean? Businesses have ups and downs no matter what industry you're in. And just because one posted really, really well doesn't guarantee that the next post will do the same. And so building relationships is really essential in making sure that you continuously have orders and you are building a bond with the customers that are going to come back and repurchase. I can say that from when I first started my website to now, I've noticed a tremendous difference in a positive way with the sales that have been transpiring between my online store and also just through me, like whether I do a PayPal invoice or I know the person and I'm accepting cash, whatever the transaction may be, I'm just noticing an increase in my transactions because of the relationships that I'm building. A lot of people want to know why they should purchase with you. So if you have a million stores selling the exact same product, there has to be something that differentiates you from the other stores to get your customers to want to continue to be your customers. And so that's really where building the relationship, building rapport comes into place. Some of the ways that you can build relationships is by being accessible, being available for your customers to reach out and ask questions. A lot of people like to ask questions before they purchase. And if you don't have a brick and mortar location, if you don't have a place where customers can just walk in and ask you questions, then you want to make sure that you are providing that space on your online or on your platform, whether it be your online website, whether it be your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, whether you're selling on Amazon, wherever you're selling, you want to make sure that your customers have a direct point of contact to you. And you want to make sure that you're checking those direct point of contact so that you continue to build those relationships. There are times where customers will reach out and I may not see a DM immediately, but you do want to constantly check and you want to make sure that you're setting the right expectations. So like with my website, if you contact me, I've set up an automatic reply to my email that's connected to the website. So you're going to get a reply that says, please allow 1 to 2 business days. I am working with other businesses, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, or it just takes 1 to 2 business days for my reply. So setting the right expectation really goes a long way, but making sure that you are building that relationship is going to be very, very helpful. And in my opinion, in my experience, it was essential for my business to grow. I get tons of emails, I get tons of inquiries via DM, text messages, and having so many avenues and having so many options for customers to reach out to me with the right expectation that, okay, it may take 1 to 2 business days. I try to get back to my customers as soon as I can, but it's always great to have that cushion and to have that common ground that, hey, I am going to, contact you back. I'm not going to leave you hanging. That speaks volumes. There's so many companies that will not respond back to customers. They get to a certain point in their business where they don't really value the interaction with their customers. They really don't value the rapport building or the relationship building. It all becomes transactional. And so a lot of customers are turned off by that. So like I said, one of the benefits, the first benefit that I would see with having customers DM you is knowing that they have a direct contact to you and knowing that you are going to be accessible and that they can get their questions answered. And they also can, feel a little bit more secure with ordering and purchasing with someone that they know is, legit and real. So the next benefit that I like to go over is it does provide a direct point of contact. So like we kind of just mentioned, customers have a way to get directly to you. I wouldn't take that for granted. I wouldn't just skim past that. When you are wanting to provide good customer service, it's more than just replying back to an email. It's more than just replying back to a text, but it's making sure that your customers feel secure with you. It's making sure that they know that they are in good hands. It's making sure that they know that they are working with an expert. And just because you consider yourself an expert doesn't mean that you know everything, but it means that you have the knowledge available to help others. It means that you have the knowledge available to explain or answer questions that your clients or customers may have. It means you have the experience with working in the business. And so working with someone that is knowledgeable, even if it's, something like I'm looking to, I don't know, maybe get some ice cream, I'm going to feel more comfortable with going into the ice cream shop that knows about, what dairy products they're using. And they know about, I don't know what flavors are in season at this time, and they know about what they're selling, and so they may not know everything. They may still have to Google or lean on other resources to answer some of my questions, but I still know that I have a direct point of contact and that my contact is knowledgeable in the area that they're working in. And so if you are operating a business and you picked a product to sell just because it's a product to sell, I would definitely go back and I would do research on the product that you're selling, do research in your industry, get involved hands-on with your business. Don't rely on the product just to sell itself. There are so many people that say, the product is just going to sell itself. And although I can see what people are saying in a sense, I wouldn't rely just on that mentality. You want to get in the habit of making sure that you are hands-on with your business. And if you're not hands-on, then you're, definitely eyes on. So if you're at the point where you're hiring different people to work for you, and so you're not really hands-on, but you're monitoring and regulating everything that's going on, just make sure that you're present, even if you're not necessarily there in the same room, making sure that you know everything that's going on. And, making sure that the people that are working for you or the people that you're working with are constantly furthering their knowledge in the industry. Every day you can learn something new. Every day I learn something new, whether it be working with someone that I've never worked with, and having to answer a question that I've never came across, or maybe thinking of a certain situation that I've never looked at this way. There's so many people that email me with questions regarding their vendors. These questions really help with different videos. It helps to answer other people's questions. It just helps to further my knowledge in general. So when customers are DMing you, it also allows them to know, not just build a relationship, but allows them to know that you are someone that knows what you're talking about, especially when customers DM you asking you questions. A lot of people will ask you questions when they reach out to you. They may want to know your pricing. They may want to know more about your services. They may want to know more about the products that you offer. And it's a great way to answer their questions in a way that lets them know that, hey, I'm in secure hands. I'm with someone that knows what they're talking about, and I'm confident with working with her. That's going to help you with selling. That's going to help you with your recommendations, because customers can pick up on, okay, she knows what she's talking about, versus, I don't know, I think she's just selling a product just to sell it. So be mindful of that. And then another benefit of having customers DM you directly for like pricing or questions is because it may help you gain more followers and interaction on your page. Now, I am not a guru at Instagram. I have not mastered Instagram. I don't have tons and tons of followers nor tons and tons of likes, but I do know having traffic to your page, at the top of my page, I can see how many people are viewing my page every day. And I have a personal goal of how many people I want to view my page. So whether you're clicking follow or whether you're not, because my pages are, they're public. So if you're not following me, I ask that you do. Stay updated with me. I'll go ahead and link my Instagram across the screen. But it's public, so not everyone is going to click the follow button. Even if your page was private, that doesn't mean that everyone's going to, some people may click follow just to see what you have on there and then unfollow. That can happen. Just because people aren't liking your pictures don't mean that you're not still getting traffic to your page. One of the reasons that I like people to come to my Instagram page is so that they can see a little bit more of me. They can get another side of, okay, this is who I'm working with. This is who I'm buying products from. They can also learn more information about my services and products. And not just that, but they can also learn more information about how to better their business. So I have 3 different Instagram pages. I have Brittany_bundles, which is a page that pretty much lets you keep up to date with me. You can kind of see some of the things that I've done, some of the things that I may have planned or coming up in the future. And then you can just see other pictures of just me and my life. And that's really important to let your customers in. I'm not saying that you have to be completely, open to your personal life and just give all of you where you don't have anything to share with you and your family. I'm not saying that, but giving your customers or your followers or your viewers a place where they can just see you is really important, because customers like to relate. They like to know that you're a real person, and I do too. I'm a consumer as well. I like to know that where I'm purchasing, I'm not just purchasing from someone that's not really engaged, because if you're not really engaged, I'm having all of these thoughts. I'm like, am I going to get my package? Am I really going to be able to contact them back if I have any questions? Am I purchasing through a secure website? I have all of these thoughts. And so it gives me a little comfort knowing that I can always go back to that page and just say, okay, I know who this person is, and I'm able to reach out if I want to. I also have my business page, which is Bad Chick Hair. And that page is really to showcase the products and services that I'm offering. And then I have Bad Chick Hair_biz, which is a place that provides different insight or different tools and just different services that can help you better your hair extension business. So I have different pages. And although, I do want followers, I do want likes, I do want that. That's not my only focus. That's not my only goal. I've told you multiple times, I'm not a strictly numbers person. I definitely think that you shouldn't ignore your numbers, and you shouldn't be, just ignorant to the traffic that your page or that your Instagram, pages are getting, or your website. But that shouldn't be a reason to deter you. There's so many people that reach out and they're like, I've been posting like crazy. I'm not getting any followers. I'm not getting any likes. So, I'm really, really discouraged. And you really have to be careful with how you're thinking about your business and how you're looking at the numbers. Because like I say in a lot of videos, there's been some posts that I've made where I've gotten maybe 2 likes, but I've gotten more orders than the likes from the post. So just keep in mind that it's a little tricky with Instagram, in my opinion. It's a little tricky with social media, but that's not your only focus. But one of the benefits in having your customers reach out to you on your Instagram or Facebook is the fact that they are able to see your page. So they're still seeing some of the information, whether they took a quick glance or whether they're on there scrolling down, they're still seeing the information and the services and the products that you have to offer. So that's another benefit. I'm going to go ahead and transition into some of the disadvantages and relying on just, your customers DMing you versus them being able to go to the website and just, make a purchase. So the first disadvantage that I'd like to point out is you may miss DMs if you're not checking regularly. So this is very common. Sometimes with DMs, they'll pop up and you'll get like in your right corner, like a notification that someone is wanting to DM you. But sometimes you don't. Sometimes you actually have to go in and manually check and kind of like approve the message or approve the DM. I don't know if it's just a setting that I have selected or what. Like I said before, I'm not an Instagram guru. I don't know everything about Instagram. I'm still learning. But some days, I'll have DMs and it won't show that I actually have DMs until I actually go in. And so if you're not checking regularly, then you do run the risk of missing some DMs. You run the risk of missing some of your sales, and you run the risk of creating a poor first impression, And if a customer or someone that supports you doesn't know that you take typically 1 to 2 business days to reply back, they may be turned off. Like, hey, I just DM'd this person. Why didn't they respond back immediately? There's a lot of people that understand that it takes some time, to get a response back. But there are other customers that expect an immediate reply. And so I would make sure that I'm being more cautious if that's the only way that you're relying on your sales is through DMs, to regularly check your DMs regularly. So if you have to set yourself times like, okay, when I wake up, I'm going to check it. When I go to lunch, I'm going to check it. And before I go to bed, I'm going to check it, just so that you're periodically checking through the day. Or if you want to set a schedule where you're like, okay, I'm going to check it, once in the morning when I wake up every single day. That way, at least, within 24 hours, I'm covering everyone. Then do that and stay committed to it. But that is a disadvantage of having customers just DM you versus going to your website. You do have to stay on top of that and regularly check your DMs. Also, the next disadvantage that I'm going to cover is it may complicate the buying process. So a lot of times when customers have it in their mind that they're going to purchase from you or purchase from any site, they want to go onto the website and purchase seamlessly, or they want to go wherever you're selling the product. So whether it be Facebook, Amazon, wherever it will be, and seamlessly purchase. If people are wanting to give you their money, you know, sometimes customers will wait, they'll wait for your response and wait for you to send them an invoice. But a lot of times customers like the simplicity of just ordering. Some customers don't want to reach out. Some customers don't want to talk. There's people that watch my videos constantly and have never reached out, don't want to reach out. They just want to purchase. There's people that have purchased from me that have never sent me an email, never sent me a text. There's people that watch my videos that have never commented. And so I'm just saying that everyone's different. There's certain people that do want to contact you and will wait for you to reply and will wait for you to send the invoice. And there's others that are like, hey, I just want to go onto a website and order hair for next week, or I just want to go onto the website and order bundles for my business, or I just want to go onto the website and start drop shipping today. I really don't want to wait for an invoice. I really don't want to wait for, someone to reach out to me. I don't have any questions. I'm secure with my purchase. Let me just purchase. And so that is a disadvantage of relying just on DMs. But like I said in the beginning of the video, don't use that as a reason not to get started. You have to realize that everyone is going to be different. What works well for one customer is not going to work well for every single customer. You really have to find a way that's going to work best for you and your business and what's going to feel right for you and your customers. You can always work toward a website. You can always work up toward more inventory. You can always work up to rebrand your business, rebrand your packaging. But the main, I don't want to say the main focus, but, in my, based on, what I would recommend, if someone asks me as a friend, what should I do? I truly recommend getting started with what you have, because you can find 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't start. If you think about it long enough, your mind will tell you, okay, well, don't start yet because you don't have your website. Don't start yet because you don't have your branding material. Don't start yet because you don't have this. Don't start. And then you could end up finding yourself 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, and you're looking back like, I never started this business. And so don't let the things that you don't have outweigh what you could have if you would have gotten started. There's people that have started their business selling, just what they have on hand, whether it be in their community, through their school. There's people that have got started selling just through Facebook. There's people that have started selling just through Instagram and built up a client base and saved enough money to be able to build up a website, saved enough money to be able to open up a storefront. So we have to realize that everyone starts in a different position. It doesn't mean that, this is where your business has to stay. It just means this is where we are now and this is what we're working towards. So I just wanted to make this video and give some advantages and disadvantages of having customers DM you for pricing or DM you for anything for that matter. I like to look at the glass half full. So I like to look at, what can I do with what I have, like I said, and what benefits are coming from me starting now. Again, I'm not going to be ignorant to the fact that I can always better my business and I can always increase and move up and I can get a website and I can do this and I can do that, but I'm going to start where I can. And so I wouldn't be ashamed if you don't have a website at this time. I wouldn't look at your business as less of a business. But like I said, I would make a goal and I would really stick to that. It's okay if you're having customers reach out to you. Just focus on the positive that you are doing and focus on the areas that you want to increase and better yourself on and better your business with. And let that be your motivation to keep going. Let that be your motivation, not your discouragement to wait and put it off. But let that be your motivation to want to do better. And let that be your motivation to constantly want to check up on your DMs and to constantly want to find different ways to expand and to grow. So I really hope this video helped. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.